and taco shows. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The highlights and, unfortunately, the lowlights that stood out this past week in the vast sea we call humanity.
101.1 WJRR, Orlando's rock station. The good, the bad, and the ugly segment brought to you this week by Tom's Watch Bar, which, ironically, there'll be a watch party for the Orlando Magic game against Utah tomorrow afternoon, hosted by none other than our very own Taco Bob.
Yes, I'll be at Tom's Watch Bar. If you're going, where's Tom's Watch Bar? I think I've heard it's that amazing big place on I Drive. The new, it's a rooftop bar,
pretty new.
And when I say rooftop bar, it's like a amazing restaurant as well. So I'm there starting at 4. Over 150 TVs. They got great food. Ice cold drinks, and going to support our Magic, and you can win some prizes, of course. I'm going to bring BWO gear as well, like some stickers and stuff.
All right, tomorrow afternoon starting at 4.
Yeah.
Tom's Watch Bar.
Come on.
All right, we have divvied up now the good, the bad, and the ugly, where I just handled the nasty stuff, and you, being the ever positive outlook type individual, will be exclusive to the good news.
I like it. I like the system, and I told you I had an addition.
Is that clicking I'm hearing now? You just now even looking for good news, which really is just him ripping off headlines from some site he found called the Good News Network.
And you know what? It's so funny you said that because I typed in good, bad, and ugly instead of Good News Network. Yes, I was typing it up just now. And we have an addition to the bad portion, if you'll allow it. It was listener suggested by 3 different listeners. That at the end, you know how we do POWs for the good stuff? Like POW! Mm-hmm. For the bad stuff at the end of it, that we do the power flusher. Just I'm not going to do it every time, just one time.
Just to flush the bad stuff away.
Is that good? And that way,
I'm down with that.
That way we flush it away for the week, right. and then start fresh next week.
All right. Obviously, the stack of the bad news this week was the air disaster in Washington, D.C. Just
not good.
You can't even begin to imagine.
No.
We got a couple in Edgewater. Oh, boy. Leaving the 2-year-old in an unlocked car while they were inside the bar for 2 hours. Christina Vitucci and Josh Harris. Come on, guys.
Did the 2-year-old open the door and get out, or?
I'm giving you all I've got from here. The police in their Facebook post urged the couple to please do better.
Did the baby perish?
No.
Okay.
No.
But still, 2 hours in a car. Come on.
A 2-year-old unlocked car while
at the bar.
Yeah. Yeah. Marion County. Somebody's a sicko who does something like this. A family in Marion County are looking for answers as to who decided to shoot and kill their dog with an arrow. The dog's owners found their pet on the front porch with an arrow lodged in her body. The family rushed the dog to the UF Veterinary Hospital in Ocala, but due to the severity of the injuries, the dog had to be euthanized. Witnesses told deputies they saw 2 men leaving the area on the 26th in a brown 1970s to 80s Ford F-150 with wooden boards along the truck bed. Animal control officers and sheriff's deputies are actively investigating.
Hopefully they were caught on like some kind of cam, like out in the woods, one of those Bigfoot cameras. A trail cam,
Yeah,
for hunting.
Gotcha. We had the story earlier in the week about the grocery store shooting in Elkhart, Indiana, that leaves 3 dead, including the suspect, and wounded 3 officers in the process at Martin's Supermarket in Elkhart, Indiana. To Jacksonville we go. Actually, a couple of Jacksonville stories here. This is both bad.
Not good in Duval.
Deputies said a 7-year-old Florida boy was tragically killed in a drive-by shooting connected to gang violence. How many times have we heard this story? Another victim is a 21-year-old man still in serious condition. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is asking the public for help in identifying and locating the people responsible for the crime because no one saw nothing. And we got a 7-year-old boy dead.
Yeah.
Caught in the crossfire.
Look, man, that's in your own neighborhood. Don't do this no one saw nothing. Somebody saw something and report it.
Also in Jacksonville last Saturday, an 8-month-old baby is dead after being placed in the street and struck by a vehicle, according to the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, who had just a horrible day that day. Officials said that just before 11 in the morning, an accident took place involving one car, a man, a woman, and an 8-month-old. The incident began when a fight broke out between the driver and the passenger. This is the man and the woman. Mm-hmm. The driver stopped the vehicle at the intersection, opened the door, placed the child on the ground, drove off, striking and killing the child. Just makes your blood boil, man.
All right. Before we're blood boiling, you ready?
Let's just flush this stuff out of the system.
The new edition.
Here's the power flusher I was talking about. Watch.
So what we're going to have to do is put this on the button bar over there so that we can just hit it at the end of the time.
All right, so you all know that we go the extra mile for you. You know us, too, as the human beatbox of sound effects. Mm-hmm. We easily could have scoured the internet for the sounds of a power flusher. Taco Bob actually went through the expense of having these installed in his own home to get the audio.
It's for the better of all plungers out there. Anyway, let's go to the Good News Network. Or let's just read some of the topic or the headlines. Oh, an Arizona man. This guy, he's a dog lover. Unlike the people with the bow and arrow, this guy loved his dog. Arizona guy, he never stopped trying to reunite with his dog that he lost 8 years ago in another state. Guess what? Reunited and I feel so good. Pow! He got his dog. Oh, this one's cool. I don't know what the ninja training had to do with anything, but there was a turtle trapped in a city sewer. The heroes come to the rescue. Police and firefighters go and rescue it over in Sanibel Island, down in Sanibel.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles talk.
That's what it said. Lacking ninja training. Oh, pow!
Get with the pop culture.
One of my favorite movies back in the day, or TV shows. Oh, an ominous and helmet. We have a new species of crustacean, okay?
Really?
Yes, an ominous and...
Can you put butter on it?
Yes, you can. Ominous and helmeted new species of giant crustacean named after Darth Vader of the deep seas. Look at what it looks like, Lyncher. Top right. It looks like Darth Vader. Yeah. It's a crab.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can dip that sumbitch in butter. It's going to be snow crab legs, king crab legs.
And Darth Vader legs.
Darth Vader legs.
Yeah.
Luke, I am your father. Pow! Oh, this is cool, man. A Ravens fan. I know the Ravens made it in the news because this weirdo kicker alleged
Justin Tucker, that spas years ago.
There's some good stuff for Ravens fans. Classy Ravens fans, return the favor for their foes after the Bills player dropped a ball in a heartbreaking playoff loss. What the hell?
What are you talking?
I don't know. I'm just reading headlines, but it's some guy squatting down and he's talking to these kids, but he's a Buffalo. Anyway, I'm intrigued with that. I almost click on it. Oh, but
this is what happens when there's zero preparation on someone's part.
5 years. After a 5-year ban on direct flights between China and India, border relations thaw as planes resume. So now the Chinese can fly to India and the Indians can fly to China. Pow! That seems like bad.
Great if you live there.
That seems kind of bad in the whole scheme of things with what China does. If you fly on that Chinese plane, you got to wear like 10 masks. You remember. Pow! California fire chief saves Altadena homes from blaze with nothing but milk and a couple cold beers. Yep, look at that guy. He saved it. I guess he had beer and threw beer on the flames and put it out and then milked it after. Pow! This is really. I'm getting caught up here. I'm not opening or reading too deep anymore.
Please don't. The details really. Who cares?
Yeah. Officer crowdfunds $40,000 for a pizza driver who only got a $2 tip in a snowstorm delivery. Think about it. You're out, rain, sleet, and snow delivering the pies to the people, and they give you $2, cheapskates. So this officer crowdfunded $40K for him. Pow! On your big tip there. And then let's end it off with something good. This kid found a fossil. Oh, that's cool, man. Dogs in the UK are the first to be able be trained to sniff out bowel cancer after nailing Parkinson's and COVID. So those UK dogs are way above ours, man. They're curing cancer, Parkinson's, and COVID.
They cured cancer.
That's
Wow. I hadn't heard that.
Bowel cancer. They're trained to sniff it out after nailing Parkinson's. Oh, they didn't cure cancer. They cured Parkinson's.
I was going to say, I think that if the cancer cure had arrived, that might have made it into the news.
But anyway, they're curing COVID. What do you mean curing COVID? It was just cold, everybody. Oh, and Parkinson's. Pow! We're getting out. Well, it's getting out's good.
Lynch and Taco's commercial-free Workday Rock Block is coming up next. Please stay with us.
Lynch and Taco.